From Daily Mail, protesters breached 2 lines of police barricades in Rochester on the 8th night of protests or riots at Daniel Prude's death as 2 demonstrators were hit with federal charges for throwing fireworks and attacking cops with a shield. They called for justice for Daniel Prude for 8 consecutive nights. And see, last I checked, let's see, last Real Simple News with Kayla McCullough on September 4th. It was we were covering this story about the Rochester thing, and then there was just straight race rioting for a week, and there's just so many race riots. It's like hard to cover all these race riots, and so I didn't do the show for like 11 days. Well, I did one Real Simple News with coffee, and then the computer crashed, so I didn't get very many studies or stories in, and then they backed up for a little bit, and so we had all these massive amount of stories, 40 stories about race riots tonight, right? Something like that. That's like crazy. It's like mind-numbing how many race riot stories there are up here. It's just been going the whole time, man. These people have nothing better to do. They must not have jobs. They must not have anything better to do, because it's like I've done a lot of other things, like running my business. I don't know. Maybe it's just that there's so many of these lunatic lefties that they just have a constant fresh supply of cray coming. They just like spit cray at you just nonstop. Well, you just juice them up with those scam donations from BLM, bro. They'll be race rioting nonstop. Personally, think that we need to shut their donations down. What do they do? Damn. They still race riot. I just can't believe these people are out. These people must just be insane. They must have like been chanting so much that they completely brainwashed themselves. Did I just smack Robert Muller? Psh, psh, psh. Sorry. It's okay. I don't know. Is this dude legit? I don't know. Still haven't figured out what to think about Robert Mueller. We don't know. They wiped the phones. 29 of the phones. So, yeah, Robert Mueller's pretty sketchy, dude. He might be deep state, bro. Mueller might be deep state. I think all these people just look insane. They're like, really? It's like they're like refugees or something, and they don't have any place to go. Like, where is it really just like there's a fresh supply of cray? Here's a video.
The reason why we're all here today is to announce that 2 individuals have been arrested and charged federally. Adam Green, age 20, of Dansville, New York, and Dallas William Smothers, age 20, from here in Rochester. And each have been charged in separate criminal complaints with federal violations of Title 18 United States Code, Section 231, obstructing and impeding law enforcement during a civil disorder. In the event of conviction for those crimes, each of those defendants will face a term of imprisonment of up to 5 years and or a $250,000 fine. Now, as we all know, following the public disclosure on September 2nd of Daniel Prude's death, nightly protests, some of which have been violent, began to take place here in the city of Rochester. We will not hesitate to charge any individuals who commit these acts of violence to the fullest extent of the federal law. These arrests are not about deterring free speech. They're about deterring violent and dangerous criminal activity.
I cannot tell you why this didn't follow every other protocol that we would find in a similar case from starting that night. And that means that it would be determined or designated to be a critical incident. We're notified, and everybody goes in, and everybody starts to work on this.
I think they just got fresh supplies of craze, and then they got refugees out there. That's my honest opinion. It does seem as though they have endless supplies of cray.